Howdy, how's it going? It's Matthew Biscotti. I want to touch on this Piggy Garden just because I see it keep coming up recently. It looks like it's some new type of crypto mining game that launched within the last day or so, and that's probably why it's being shilled out and blown up as it is. No disrespect to all of these games as a whole, but I do have to wonder why you would jump into something that's such an obvious clone of other things. I mean, it's not that hard to come up with original concepts. So, I mean, to me, that's already a red flag. I mean, this may be amazing. It may last the next 20 years, and it may make all of you millionaires by putting like $100 in. I don't know. I know nothing about it. I just know that, at least from the few sources I've seen so far, or trying to read through like this Medium article, anything, I don't see anything about the developers. I don't know who's put it out. I see instructions and referral links, and that's all I see. I don't know who actually developed this. Maybe there's a link on the site we can find. Additionally, you're not going to see that. You're not going to see this here on the screen because I'm only sharing this window. But as soon as I go to the site, it tries to connect my MetaMask, and I have to exit or cancel that, which kind of throws a flag for me as well. I know like Forex Sharks projects don't do that, like the actual Animal Farm or Drip. They don't connect until you click to enable and connect with the contract. So that's a little weird to me. What other obvious things would I point to when I come to a site like this? I'm not going to say Forex Shark is perfect on this. I've seen misspellings in his white papers and such as well. But here we have prices misspelled on the main page. You can see that these two sections here, for some reason, are like essentially duplicated. Now, if you were getting something ready to launch and you put work into it, you think you would catch something like that. So that's a little weird to me. And then the obvious imagery that's copied. We're talking about Piggy Garden. What's the one of the most popular gamified crypto protocols right now? This Drip BUSD Garden. Everyone's going crazy over the Drip Garden and the Pigpen and the Piggy Bank, which is launching probably next week from Forex. Remember, that's a developer that does have a history of good projects under the belt. Drip has already been around almost a year. So to just completely blatantly copy and rip off concepts seems really strange to me. I would be really suspicious of this one. That's just my personal opinion. As all of these videos, not financial advice. I can't tell you what to do with your funds. But when you have things like Drip Garden that have been consistently, Drip Faucet, paying out 1%, the drip price is going down. I don't care. If I had extra funds to throw in here, I probably still would. It's still a stable 1% of your drip a day, which means this US dollar amount really means nothing until it comes time for you to sell. So if you're kind of dollar cost averaging on the way down or up or whatever, just keep compounding and hydrating is what I would do, and we'll see where we're at. I don't think this is going to drop to such a low amount that's really going to worry us. I really don't think it's not going back to like 15 or 20. There's these other longer term projects like that Piggy Bank that's about to launch. Forex just announced that. He'll announce the launch date tomorrow, I think. And then there's a new NFT program that he's talking about incorporating, which would be a completely separate website that isn't one that he owns. So that's actually an outside source, adds some utility, adds an actual use case for the Drip or Pig tokens to get these NFTs and stake those and make those part of the program. So anyway, there are legitimate projects that have been going on for a while. I don't think I would yeet a bunch of money into this just yet. Click here for our contract. They say it's public, verified, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, anyone could have a contract here on the scan. So, I mean, if somebody more experienced than me wants to run through this code and wants to look at what's built in here and you have the expertise to analyze that, go ahead. I don't know a lot about it. It just the blatant stealing of other ideas and not even really improving upon them except adding some animation doesn't seem all that trustworthy to me, and gives me a lot of pause. There's other good projects that are about to kick off, not just Forex's. I mean, Rex is about to launch. Will be kind of an interesting staking type protocol that should kick off hopefully within the next couple weeks. And Piggy Bank will be very similar, where you stake for a certain period of time. So I'm interested in both of those. I'm interested in Drip. I still have my eyes on yield nodes. I've mentioned that one previously. That's been going almost 2 years, 8 to 10%. I just don't want to throw money, 8 to 10% every month. I just don't want to throw money in to these projects that maybe fly by night and just lose money for no reason. I mean, yeah, getting in at launch is really awesome if it's a trustworthy project, because obviously you're ahead of the game. I mean, if the token starts at 3 cents and explodes to 50 a piece, you're gonna see a pretty quick compounding effect there, where you could actually start making money a lot sooner than if you got in late to some of these projects like I did with the drip faucet. So I understand that. I understand wanting to get in sooner rather than later. I would just be a little cautious with some of these. And hey, if somebody knows who the developer is, maybe I'm missing that somewhere. Maybe you've seen them in the Telegram groups or something. Feel free to toss that information my way. I'm seeing instructions and pre-sales here. Here's team and goals. I mean, everything should have a chance if they're doing something new, if they're doing something good. I mean, this is talking about investing in the platform, but not really their actual. Yeah, see, I mean, I understand the desire not to be doxxed, but I wonder if there's anyone we can even hear from. Like, are they giving AMAs? Like, at least Forex, like, I mean, we don't really know who he is, but he gives AMAs. He speaks for hours at a time on these interviews. Sounds like he has good intent and he knows what he's talking about. Yeah, well, I might peek into the Telegram, and this is the whole thing. This is doing your own research and looking into these projects, and not getting in if it's not something that seems not only sustainable, but something you actually trust your money in. I mean, I learned that in the last couple of weeks with that. I think it was BNB 42 or some fly by night thing, and I didn't throw too much into it, but it just it was a complete rug pull, and those do happen. They are common, and I want to drive that home because this is not a low risk space. I mean, everything comes with risk, but what level of risk? Are you just throwing your funds at any new project because it might be the one that explodes and gives you $1 million? I mean, that's more of a gamble than a gamble, because at least in some type of casino, that type of gamble, you do know at least the rules. You kind of know the odds. You know the risk level. And if the risk is not just, hey, will this game pay me money, but hey, is this person even going to be around in 2 months? I don't know them. I mean, you don't really know anyone in the crypto space when they're not fully doxxed. And even then, there's not repercussions. It'd be really hard to get your money back if someone just decides to abscond with it and move to a third world country somewhere. You'll never see it again. But be that as it may, I think we can make calculated risks, and I think we can assess a little better than some are doing by shilling every new project that comes along. That's my opinion. You do what you want with your funds, but I don't know about this one yet. We'll see how it goes. Y'all have a good night. That's all I have for you. Thanks for subscribing if you have. If you're new to this space and you want to hop in, I do have some links in the description for referrals. Feel free to comment with any questions or anything you don't understand about Animal Farm, Drip, Faucet, Drip Garden, and I will help out if I'm able to. Thank you. Good night.